welcome back. Today is all about the glutes. This is a glute builder, okay? So it's pretty simple, 5 exercises. You're repeating each exercise 4 times, 60 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Dumbbells are needed, bands are needed, and if you have a bench, a chair, a couch, something of the sort, that is gonna be needed as well. However, if you do not have that, please don't worry. I will let you know what to do. Pregnancy, postpartum, if you don't have a chair, bench, couch, something of the sort, one of the moves will be on the ground. So if being on your back in pregnancy bothers you where you're at, throw a Bosu ball, a pillow, a rolled up towel, a blanket, something underneath your upper back, just to help elevate you up off the ground a little bit. That will help ease a little bit of that pressure. However, when going to the ground, if that's what you're gonna have to do, please make sure both pregnancy and postpartum, you're going to your side first and then rolling over, not just flopping back like a fish, okay? As always, watch your core. Make sure there is no coning, bulging, doming, or even a sinking in of this midline right here and any pressure down the pelvic floor. Please make sure to adjust the move. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right on into today's workout. All right, we're gonna get started with some squat folds. So come on down for me and then fold it all the way forward. There you go. Now for today, like I said, you got 5 exercises. Each exercise is 60 seconds long, 15-second rest, okay? So you are working out for longer durations, shorter rests. So adjust your weight accordingly for that, okay? Like I said, chair, bench, couch, if you have it. If you don't, I will show you what to do. So do not worry about that. Your moves for today are Bulgarian RDLs, a hip thrust, single leg hinge drive. Then we have a glute grower series. Go ahead, step it out wide for me right here, side to side. And then we're gonna wrap it up with a twisted RDL going into our reverse lunge, okay? So the first 2 are the ones that you actually need the bench or chair or couch, whatever you're gonna use. They're the ones that you're gonna need it for, okay? We're gonna go into some hinges here. Ready? Let's go. You're gonna do a lot of hinge work today, okay? So get this form down. Shifting your hips back, that's where the movement starts, okay? Get karate chopped here, letting your glutes lengthen. If you do not have a chair, bench, or couch for the first move, you're just gonna do a single leg RDL, or you can even prop your foot up onto a wall. I can show you that as well. And then a glute bridge for the hip thrust. All right, go ahead and give me some hips right here. There we go. You only have 40 seconds between each move again, so your rest periods are pretty short today, okay? Make sure, again, like I said, you're adjusting the weight accordingly. Almost there. And relax, grab some water, get your bench, chair, couch, whatever is gonna be ready, just in case. All right, so move 1, Bulgarian RDL. All right, so for this, it's very similar to a Bulgarian split squat. However, instead of going up and down, you're doing an RDL from the Bulgarian position, okay? So get set up, kick one foot out. This is a good starting point, okay? Now, if you need to adjust this, by all means, adjust this, okay? Sometimes I get here and then I drag my foot in just a little bit more, okay? So you're putting that back leg up. All you're gonna do is come down and up. 1 or 2 dumbbells, it's up to you, okay? If you use 1 dumbbell, hold it in the opposite hand, okay? That's gonna get a little bit more glute activation, all right? Now, if you don't have it, like I said, you're gonna offset right here. Nice, good staggered, single leg RDL, 1 or 2 dumbbells. Again, same principle, okay? Get ready, let's go. I'm gonna show you again, then I'll grab my weight right here. Down and up, all right? We're gonna focus on one side for a whole 60 seconds, okay? Then we'll switch it, go to the other side, and then just hit each side one final time, okay? Now the move, regardless whether you're up or down, starts again at your hips, okay? I need you to act like you're getting karate chopped here at your hips. Get that nice good stretch in your glutes. If you feel it way too much in your hammies, then you need to bend your knees a little bit more, okay? Now, if you need to go from the wall, you're gonna place your foot up on the wall, hop out just a little bit, okay? You want a nice, good ability to stretch your glutes back, okay? So still get that good hinge in. So don't get too close to where you can't actually do that motion, okay? But you can put it up there, get the nice good stretch and relax. We're just going to the other side. Just going to the other side. Stick with the same weight, you can go up next round, okay? We don't wanna create any imbalances here. Get ready, let's go. There we go. Nice, good core control here. So what I want you to make sure of, no matter how you're doing it, okay? Rotate that pelvis, core is nice and engaged and locked in before you start going down, okay? Make sure your back is not arching, it's not rounding, your shoulders aren't caving. You're strong here. There you go. Really shift your hips back, okay? I know we say a lot that it's hinging at your hips, but it's not just solely hinging at your hips. You also have to shove your glutes back. Act like there's a high bar stool chair back there that you're trying to tap. So you actually have to push your hips back, not just, you know, use your hips as a fulcrum without shoving your glutes backwards, all right? And, woo! Now you're going back to the other side. If you can up your weight, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. Go! Forgot to turn it on Do Not Disturb and I can hear notifications coming in. I wanna make sure that I don't get a call or anything that might stop the timer. A little behind the scenes for you. Nice and engaged core. This is a nice controlled movement, okay? Again, if you're not feeling it in your glutes, I need you to push back. Tap that high bar stool chair, tap that wall. Whatever you're using, picture in your mind, tap, squeeze and come up. Shoulders again, they are not in your ears, they're not rounding forward. They're nice and strong and pulled back. All right, nice and proud through your chest. There we go. Breathe. And relax. All right, you have just one more. That's it, just one more. Other leg, and then this move is done. You ready? Let's go. And again, remember, if you're not doing it like this, you're just on the ground in that staggered position, or you can go to the wall, okay? But again, make sure you're getting that nice, good hinge and push back here. Keep the weight close to your body. Coming up next is a hip thrust. Again, if you're not gonna use a bench for that, you're simply gonna go onto the ground and do glute bridges, okay? And for your hip thrust, you're coming down in front of whatever you're using, your bra line, okay? The back of your sports bra, that's the area you're hitting for, okay? Just kind of right underneath your shoulder blades. Should be resting up against whatever it is. Now, your feet need to be out far enough to where you can hit a 90 at your knees. Okay, if it's too far out, lock it in, all right? If you need to, put a plate or something underneath your feet to allow you to get full hip extension, okay? Then your gaze is gonna stay forward, down, scoop it. Right here, ready? Join me. Right here, scoop. What I don't want is you going all the way to the ground because one, you're gonna do more of a hinge motion, which isn't necessarily bad to do. It's just that you're gonna start working your back more than your glutes, okay? Focus on taking that pelvis, scooping it up, like you're trying to scoop ice cream out of an ice cream bowl, okay? Your gaze stays forward, scoop. You're tucking your glutes underneath of you right here, okay? Nice and strong. If you want to add a band on for more, add a band on for more. Weight is right here. Now pregnancy, use a band. If you feel comfortable holding up over here, hold up over here. And again, remember, if you're not doing it, you're down here, glute bridge. And rest. All right, now remember, you're going up to a neutral position, okay? I don't want you shooting for the sky with your hips, regardless whether you're on a bench or not, because that's when our low back is gonna kick in. Get ready to go again. Go, I'm just grabbing weight. Squeeze those glutes. Keep your gaze forward. Breathe. Scoop. It's more about scooping than rocking back and forth here, okay? Push through your heels. You're almost there. And rest. All right, 2 more times of that. And again, you're up here, you're down on the ground doing glute bridge, okay? You're doing great. 5. Ready? Let's go. Control the move. Good job. Core is engaged. We're not arching. You're not using your back as the fulcrum. The movement's coming from your hips. So your shoulder blades, your back, on that chair, bench, couch, whatever you're using, should stay fixated. It's not rocking, it's not rolling, it's staying. I want you to go ahead and just hold at the top right here. Burning this last one out right here. You still have one more repeat, but we're just finishing this third. Almost there, almost there. We're gonna squeeze, 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 squeeze. Woo! Good job. You have one more time. But we're gonna do a little bit differently. So at 30, I'm gonna let you know we're gonna go to what's called a CAS hip thrust, okay? So basically, kind of like a pulse, all right? Go. Doing great. So when it comes to that 30, I want you going down just a couple of inches, squeezing and coming back up. Even if you're on the ground, get ready and go. So you're going to go to full extension, lower just a couple, push right back up. All right, doesn't matter where you're at. There you go. Let it burn. All right, you got 10. I'm just gonna stay down here. After this, you can push the chair, bench, couch, whatever out of the way. Relax. Awesome job. So coming up next, single leg, hinge to a knee drive, all right? So basically in RDL, you do not have to use weight for this one, okay? I'll leave it up to you. But you're gonna load one leg. I will show mod, okay? Don't worry, I will show mod. Nice and engaged here. You're gonna bring it down right here. Still have a hinge. Drive it up. I want you to go slow though, all right? Sometimes people go fast. I want you to go slow, let the muscle work under that tension, okay? I'll walk you through it. If you need to mod, you're gonna go as full as you can, tap and up. Let's go. Load up that leg, slight bend here. It's okay if your foot weeble wobbles. I want you nice, slow, controlled. Like, see how slow I'm going? That's how slow I want you to go. Drive it up, hold, squeeze this glute, control, hinge. Glutes are nice and engaged, and you're extending back with that heel, all right? You're not arching in your low back. This glute is loaded, this leg is loaded. You hold that there for a couple seconds, slowly drive back in. You're gonna feel your whole leg, all right? But that glute, there we go. Make sure you are getting into a nice, good, deep hinge, okay? So notice how I'm still shoving my hips back like that RDL. I'm getting a good, deep hinge here. Coming up, driving it, rest. All right, we're gonna go to the other side. Again, if you need to, go as far back as you can. Right here, still getting a good hinge, tap that toe, drive it forward, okay? You can even go ahead, get ready, other leg, and go. You can even, if you need a mod, go to that first position, tap your toe, bring it in, tap, and then lift. If you need to break it down that way, that's totally okay to do, okay? If you need to gently hold on to a chair, use the wall, something of that sort, go for it. Nice and controlled. You're not gonna get that many reps in, but you're putting that muscle under tension. You're working on balance. You're getting good core work here. There we go. Stabilization. Really get a good hinge there. Your hips are the fulcrum, not your knee. All right, kick that back foot, heel to the wall. Squeeze that glute. This glute is lengthened. Let it contract to help get you upright. There you go. Other side, back to the beginning, all right? Nice and simple. Let's see, this one is a little bit like a little chill one, right? It's like a little break, if you will. All right, ready? Load up that first leg again. Let's go. There we go. Engage the core. Drive it forward. Now again, you can hold weight. Add weight to this if you want. That's totally okay. I think working on movements like this that are stability related as well are so good. Because one, your core is gonna have to kick in. Your glutes are part of your core to help stabilize you, right? But as moms, having good stabilization is great, especially in pregnancy, because of how that hormone relaxin surges through our body, especially closer to the end of pregnancy. You're almost there. And so working on stabilization can help a ton with preventing injuries. Almost there, almost there. Woo! Now it is blazing hot in my garage. I'm already sweating from it. It is like that uncomfortable hot. Get ready, load it. It's okay to reset if you need to, all right? Here's a good tip with balance and stuff like this. Focus on a spot, primarily on the floor, since we are hinging over here, and just stare at it. That's what I'm doing. But when you do that, you're actually focusing just on that. Your eyes aren't moving around, and that allows you to have more control. There we go, let it lengthen back here. Your working leg, the glute lengthens when you go into that hinge, just like an RDL. And then it's working to help get you upright. All right, it's not using the other glute for help here. Almost there, almost there. Woo, awesome job. Okay, so the next one is called a glute grower. I'm gonna have to grab my band. So for this one, You are gonna have 3 moves in one, okay? It's 2 fire hydrants, 2 kickbacks, 2 donkey kicks, okay? So one side only, you're gonna go 1, 2 fire hydrants, foot is strong, heel goes back, drive it in towards the elbow, back, drive it in towards the elbow, heel goes up. Get ready, join me now. Fire hydrant, kick it straight back, the heel goes to the wall. Heel goes to the wall. Bring it back in, now heel goes up to the ceiling. And heel goes up to the ceiling. Now here's the thing. When you're doing the fire hydrants, what I don't want is I don't want you leaning out to the side to get the leg up, okay? Your glutes then aren't doing the work. All right, so a good tip, offset with the opposite hand. Make it a little bit wider than shoulder width. Keep this one underneath your shoulder, but the opposite hand goes out just a little bit wider. That kind of gives you like a tripod position, which helps hold you a little bit more, okay? Core is engaged. As you go to that kickback, okay? I want you kicking back glute height, hip height, or below. I don't want you trying to kick up. And when you go into that heel press up, go ahead, relax. You're just gonna go to the other side. When we're doing the heels up, you are only lifting that knee to hip height or just below. Any higher, you're gonna start arching your back, which means your low back muscles, get ready for the other side and go. Your low back muscles are then trying to take over that motion for the glute and lift your leg instead, okay? So do not let your low back arch, all right? It is not about going crazy high here. Focus on those muscles. Picture what they're doing, all right? Again, add that band. If you don't have a band, totally okay, just do the move without it, all right? No harm, no foul. Just go through it, focus on the form. Nice and controlled here. You can use a resistance band, which is what I'm using, or a glute band if you want. I'm probably gonna go up to a glute band after this because this resistance band is not really giving me much. So the only difference between the two, glute bands tend to be this fabric piece here, right? Ready? Relax. This is a glute band, it's the fabric ones. It gives you a little bit more work towards the glute. So the resistance bands work just as well though. Back to the other side. Lock in that core. All right, rotate that pelvis, okay? Keep it locked in tight. Core is engaged. If you drive the leg that's doing the kickback or the donkey kick, which is the heel to the sky, if you drive it in towards your elbow before you kick back, you're letting that glute get a little bit more length in it. It'll get a little bit more work, okay? So if you drive it in a little bit and then kick out, drive in and then kick out, you're gonna get a little bit more work. And hold at the top just for a couple of seconds. And relax. All right, other leg. You're doing great. After this, you just have one final move. And it's a twisted RDL to a reverse lunge, okay? Get ready. Let's go. Make sure to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Remember, your glute is helping to lift that leg. Don't let your low back do it, okay? Let your low back help stabilize your spine and your pelvis along with your abdominals, but do not let it help lift this leg. And good job. So if you want to keep your band on, feel free. You do not have to. All right, this next one, twisted RDL. So the very first move, if you didn't have a chair, bench, or couch, same setup, okay? You're offsetting, staggered stance here, okay? Your toes are either in line with your heel or slightly behind. You're gonna come down, but you're gonna rotate the weight over that front foot instead of just coming straight down, okay? So down, rotate, come up, reverse, all right? To mod it, reduce weight, okay? Get ready, let's go. So again, offset, come down, rotate over, pull it up, step it back, bring it up, all right? You can also limit the depth that you go to help modify, or if the twist is adding too much, especially pregnancy, just go to a regular RDL. Regular, right here, back to that single leg, kick it back, okay? Totally okay to do. Gotta grab a little bit of water. Remember, glutes, hips go back first. That knee does not touch the ground in that reverse lunge. All right? It hovers ever so slightly above it, as if like, oh man, if I go any lower, I'm tapping that ground. Ready? Rest. Awesome job. Other leg. The reason why you don't want to bring your knee down fully in a lunge, first and foremost, if you hit it just right, you are gonna hit this little thing called a bursa sac. All right, other side. That bursa sac is not gonna be happy with you. It's gonna hurt, okay? It's gonna look like you have a giant goose egg on top of your knee for quite a while. All right. Also, whenever you fully come down and rest that knee, you are coming down to like a dead stance, a dead position, okay? What you have to make sure of is that first and foremost, you're able to lift the weight from this position to get back up with proper form. So if you're somebody who's like, I don't know if I have the right form with a reverse lunge, definitely don't be coming down to the ground because you have to maintain good form to come all the way up. Now there are instances where we do bring you down and we help you with that form, move through that whole movement. But if you're just going, sometimes a lot of people will do like this and fling their body around, okay? So now you're doing improper form, go ahead, relax. And that's honestly gonna work the wrong muscles, create imbalances, increase risk of injury, yada, 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 okay? Back to leg number one. Let's go. There we go. Good job. Breathe. You're doing great. Nice, good engagement throughout your core. You're rotating, locking in that core here, okay? As you come back to this reverse lunge, you have a slight hinge. All right, slight hinge here, it's not big, all right? Coming up, chest is proud, so don't cave forward. All right, you're doing great. I like throwing in these little twisted RDLs, one, because they hit the glute differently than a normal RDL. But additionally, think about for moms, and relax, one more time, but think about for moms, right? When we bend down to pick up toys, we're not just going into a normal hinge, right? We're here, we pick up here, we pick up here, because we don't want to be going up and down so much, right? Let's go. So it's nice to throw in this little movement to mimic that functional movement that we tend to do a lot. And the more you can twist over and let this glute lengthen, So you're still pushing it back. And it's kind of as if it's going back and a little bit out, ever so slightly, not a huge amount. You're doing awesome. I know today's workout wasn't like a go, go, go one, right? But hey, sometimes it's nice to take a break from those go, go, goes. Really focus on the move, being able to challenge yourself with the weight, right? And rest. Awesome job. Get some water, we'll cool down here. Great job, all right? Wherever you are, I want you to just go ahead, grab the back leg, okay? But I want you to make sure you're not grabbing your shoe. You're not grabbing your toes. You're grabbing the base of your shin, right above your ankle, right here. If you need to use a wall, chair, countertop, something, feel free. It's like so hot in here. My hand is sliding. Goodness. I even have a fan going too. That's how hot it is in here. I was sweating before the workout started because of how hot. Go ahead and switch. Man. I have a big, like, giant box fan that I was so tempted to put on. The only thing is that I feel like it messes up the audio. Makes the audio very hard to edit because of how loud it is. And go ahead, come straight down right here for me. Make sure to come back from Wednesday. Wednesday is the burner workout, so that's like the 15-20 minute one, all right? This week is a total body. So if you need a full body workout in 15 or 20 minutes, I got you. Go ahead and step it out for me right here. Come on over to one side. And go to the other side. And then come on down to a deep squat for me right here. Right here. Now, if you are pregnant, this is a really good one to be doing. This is good in postpartum too. This is actually good for anybody, but especially pregnancy, especially closer to the end of pregnancy. Nice, good 360 inhale. Let your pelvic floor relax and lengthen. Your pelvic floor is impacted by your glutes, okay? So it's very important, moms, especially in pregnancy, to keep working on your glutes. I can't tell you how many moms I've worked with, talked to, etc., that get the quote unquote mom butt or flat butt syndrome. But in pregnancy, go ahead and relax. Kick out one leg for me, cross it, pull it in. In pregnancy, and if you are pregnant, you can do this from a chair, bench, or couch, or if this is uncomfortable, go sit down on something and do it this way, and you lean into it, you have more control over the move, okay? But in pregnancy, just due to like everything that happens with the body, right? The glutes tend to get shut off if you're not training them properly. So that can contribute to issues with pelvic pain, pelvic floor issues. It can also contribute to diastasis recti, AKA the mama pooch. So making sure you're keeping those glutes strong. All right. That's something in my prenatal program, Go Ahead and Switch Legs, I make sure we work on. Definitely we work on glutes, we work on the core, we work on all of that, because I want to make sure that you're good to go. Which, if you don't know, I do have prenatal specific programs, covers all 3 trimesters. It's currently going through like a refilming phase right now. So their workouts are still in there. I'm just updating them is all. But I also have a postnatal one. I have one that's like after you do the postnatal one. And relax. And I have a new one that's coming out in August that I'm super pumped for. So anyway, but that is it for today. Thank you for being here, Mama. Thank you for working out with me. Thank you for pushing for me. And make sure to come back on Wednesday when we have that quick little burner series for the whole entire body. So come join me for that. And please make sure to like the video, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you get notified anytime I make a post, I upload a video, or I go live, and invite your mama friends. Let's keep building this community and come follow me on social media so we can hang out. But other than that, I hope you have a great day, night, week, weekend, whenever it is for you, and I will see you very soon.